3, 2, what is happening, guys? So in this video, we're going to create a countdown timer for one of my favorite games of all time. Actually, the grandfather of all shooters, Doom. Doom is coming out on March the... Yeah, say hello to my coffee machine. Woo! Okay, it's done. Go. Okay, so Doom is coming out on March the 20th of March 2020, and in honor of Doom, I made this little countdown, which counts down the days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds. Each and every second, we are coming closer to the Doom Slayer. So we are not going to build the entire page. Actually, this is kind of the landing page of the Doom website. So I just cloned it a bit in HTML, so it looks nice. We have some hover effects and some buttons here, and these are some buttons. We are actually going to do this. So just a simple background image with a date and this countdown using JavaScript. And as always, you can download all of the code in the description below and also the images. So before we get into the tutorial, if you like this kind of videos and you want to see more, then please consider subscribing to my channel and also hitting that notification bell in order to get notified whenever I post videos like this. Okay, this being said, let's jump into the tutorial. So I have this empty HTML, empty folder created. I'm just going to create a HTML, index.html file, HTML. Then a style.css, come on boo, CSS, and a app.js. Okay, let's go into our HTML. Let's close this up. Shift 1. Let's call this Doom Eternal. Misspelled Eternal. Eternal Countdown. Okay, now we're not going to create that much of HTML. We're just going to create a main tag and then a section tag. I'm going to give this section tag the class of countdown. And within our section tag, we're just going to create two paragraph tags. First having the first paragraph tag having the class of date. And I'm going to type in here the date 3/2020. And then another paragraph tag with the ID of timer. And I'm also going to give this the class of date. Why exactly do I? I'm going to leave the paragraph tag open. Let's see. Let's open this up using live server. So right click in your HTML, open with live server. Of course, I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we have this date right here. Now let's start styling it a bit. I'm going to just give this a general reset of padding 0, margin 0, text decoration on, we don't need this right now. And for the body, we are going to go with a general font size of 16 pixels. And also a font family of, you need to go to Google Fonts and copy down the link. Actually, let me open up Google Fonts. So there we have it, Google Fonts, and we're going to search for Montserrat. There we have it, Montserrat. Click on the plus icon right here. Then open it up, copy this link into your HTML above the title, and also, on this occasion, let's link up our CSS. Link style.css. So CSS is also linked up, and we're going to copy down the family, font family, into our CSS, into our body. So the entire body will have the font family of Montserrat. Okay, you can see this already changing. Now, next step, we're going to take that main tag that we created, and let's give the background a URL. So let's insert the image. Now I need to create an image folder, and I'm gonna just drag and drop the image in there, and you can download it as always from the description. Come on, boo-boo. Now, there we have it. You can download the image and the entire code in the link in the description below. Okay, let's close this up and now go into our image folder and select the image. And now using the shorthand of no repeat, no, not none, no repeat, center, center, and slash cover. And let's also give the main the height of 100 viewport heights and a width of 100%. And this does it. So now the image takes up the entire width and height of our HTML file. Okay, this is pretty much it for the main. Now we're going to take care of the countdown. So let's go into our HTML again and copy this class of countdown. Let's target it and position it. I want to position this absolute or relative? No, actually relative, with a max width of 600 pixels. And the margins we're going to set to auto. And this will push this approximately into the middle, but wait. We're going to also push it down from the top, 15 viewport heights. So there we have it. Now let's take the ID. Where is the ID of date or class of date? Oh, the class of date. Let's give this a background color of RGBA. I'm going to go with the dark colors of 15 for the red, 15 for the green, 15 for the blue, and with the opacity of 0.8. Now let's change the color of the text within it. Whoa, not the RGB. Relax, boo-boo. Of color white. So there's our text. Now let's give this a text. Oh, actually, let me first increase the font size. So font size to RAM. Then we're going to give this a text shadow. So the text shadow of 2 pixels, 3 pixels, 10 pixels, not XP, pixels, and the color red. So it's kind of bleeds, or it looks like a neon. Let's just be honest. Come on, deselect. That's it. Now let's give this a width of 400 pixels. Now margin auto, this should push it down in the middle. A padding of 0.5 rem, so that's a padding around the text. Letter spacing, not left, letter spacing of 12 pixels. Text align to the center. And border radius, there we have it, of 4 pixels. So we're just going to take down a bit of the borders right here. Okay, now we have another paragraph tag here with ID of timer. I'm gonna take this ID of timer and also align the text to the center, border radius 3 pixels, and we're going to give this a border to the top, border, top of 1 pixel, solid, and color red. So we have some separation between these two. Okay, that's pretty much it for the HTML and CSS. Now let's jump into the JavaScript, and let me actually, as always, forgot to link up the JavaScript. So it's script with source of app.js. Now we need to do a couple of things. So set the date we are counting down to. Then, after we set the date, we will update the countdown timer. Each and every second. Okay, so let's do the first thing. Now, in order to get the date, I'm actually going to hard code it in. So I'm going to create a const. I'm going to call this countdown. down date, and we'll assign it to new date. I'm just going to hardcode the date, hardcode the date of March 20th, 2020. Time will be 15 something. Oh, let's make it midnight. Oh, 10 o'clock. 10:00 and the seconds 00. And now dot get time. This should take in a time function. Okay, that's pretty much it for getting the date. So this is the hard-coded date. So March stands for the 3rd, 20th for the 20th, and 2020 for this 2020. For this 20 actually. Let me type in there 2020. What's the big deal? Oh, because it is 2020. Now I get it. There's too many 20s. Let's leave it this way. It's 2020, but 2020. Got it? Okay, now for the function. Let's create a const. Call it, what should we call it? Should I call it time? Yay, time. Now, this const will set interval. And now let's create a function within this. And then, comma, 10,000. And let's close this up. This should be right in here. And 10,000. Okay. Now, we are going to get today's date and time. Then we're going to find the distance between now and the countdown date. So another comment, distance between now and the countdown date. Then we're going to calculate the time for days, hours, and minutes. So calc I can't type today. Calculate time for days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Then we need to output, another comment here, output the result. And then if the countdown is over, we want to display some text. Display text. Okay, I'm actually going to first of all take care of that. So we're going to first of all take care of the get time. So let's create a const with now. So this is now, actually now. New, we'll assign it to new date. And then dot get time. Then for the distance, we'll create another const and we'll call it distance. And this will assign to countdown date minus now. And that's all. Now comes the time for the calculation. And for this, we need to create a variable for each day, hour, minute, and second. So let me create a variable, let day equal to math, then floor, and this should take in the distance. The distance is this constant we created right here, divided by 1000 times 60 times 60 and times 24. This will be the days. Then create another let for the hours. This is actually pretty much almost the same. So math floor, we can copy this. But we need to now divide it by, again, 10,000 times 60 times 60. And then close it here up and also here. No, here. So this is how we get the hours. Now let's get the minutes. And we'll just copy this, call this minutes. And actually I forgot to do something here, because this will be not divided but percentage. And this is also percentage. And for here we can take out the 24 and this double 60, because this is getting less and less. Now for the seconds, it's pretty much the same, and we're going to take out 60 again. And we'll let this just be divided by 1000. Okay, now let's output it somewhere. This is why we created this ID of time, of timer. So let's grab onto this by going into our document, get element by ID. We'll grab onto the ID of timer. Then we're going to push it into our inner HTML, so inner HTML, and we'll assign it to a formula. So we want the days plus, because as you can see here, we have this DHMS. Now plus an empty string, where we will type in D, and I'm also letting here one space. Then plus hours, the next variable, plus a string of hours of H, then plus minutes, plus a string of M and space, then plus seconds. So wait a second, we forgot something here. Seconds isn't initiated. Haha, seconds plus this. There we go. And you can see it's refreshing each second. Now, if the countdown is over, so if the distance is less than 0, so it's null, then we want to clear the interval, and for this we're going to just type in clear interval, and we're going to take in our interval of time. And with this, when this happens, we're going to grab onto the DOM, the document get element by ID again of timer dot inner HTML, and we're going to assign it to a string of the Doom Slayer 2 has arrived. Okay, so let's try this out. So we have 1 day, 6 hours, 32 minutes, and 0 seconds till the Doom Slayer arrives. So what happens if I change the date? Let's say 19. Then we have 6 hours and 41 minutes. If I change it to 18, the Doom Slayer has arrived. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Please leave a comment in the description below if you want to see this entire page actually get made. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell in order to get notified whenever I post videos like this. So catch you next time. Bye bye.